What you'll see in this video, guys, is a test on the front camera, but also focused mainly on the back cameras. Those phones are some very capable phones in terms of optics. The Xiaomi 13 Ultra can do 3.2x and 5x optical, Galaxy S23 Ultra has 3x and 10x optical, and the Oppo Find X6 Pro has 2.8x, but it compensates with hybrid up to 6x. So, and it's going to be very interesting to see what those phones can do in terms of videography, guys. So without any further ado, I believe that you had already enough from the front cameras. Let me switch back to 4K 60 FPS on the back cameras. 4K 60 FPS now on all the back cameras, guys. I'm gonna do a slow pan for you to be able to estimate what happens initially. Again, just pay attention on details like sky, exposure, and also HDR. As I said, HDR might be a problem with some of these phones, mainly on the front camera, but sometimes also seen on the back camera. So I think we set the scene, guys. Let me just do now a close-up here to this tree. All right, and we are testing here the autofocus. Apparently not an issue with all these phones. They're really blazing fast. Laser technology for focusing, that's quite nice. Now I'm gonna do a slow walk in the park, guys. I need to test the famous stabilization. We know that the Galaxy S23 Ultra has really a crazy stabilization, and if you don't believe me, guys, I will start now a slow run towards this tree. Okay, one more time, guys. Let me just run towards the cars. Okay, and now let me run towards the poster here. Okay, I think that's enough in terms of stabilization. Some more 4K 60 FPS footage, guys. I'm gonna show you as much as I can, trying to capture all possible scenarios so that you can finally estimate how close the Oppo Find X6 Pro and the Xiaomi 13 Ultra are to the Galaxy S23 Ultra, which is probably the king in Android video. And don't forget also to come back later, as I'm going to put those phones also to the iPhone 14 Pro, which is probably the killer phone in video. Alright, guys, now let me initiate the zoom camera testing. Alright, guys, I'm using 3x on the Oppo, 3x on the Samsung, and 3.2x on the Xiaomi 13 Ultra, guys. There's not going to be like one scenario for all, but at least I'm going to try to stay close so that you can just see what happens. Okay, one more time, showing you this footage, guys, and I'll probably run towards something that you can see also stabilization. Okay, let me know what you think down below, guys. Let me know if the footage that you see on the screen is good. Let me know which footage you prefer on 3x. And now, guys, I'm gonna jump to the next zoom mode. It's now an interesting scenario, guys. The Oppo is filming 6x, the S23 Ultra 5x, and the Xiaomi 13 Ultra 5x as well. So on the Xiaomi it's optical, on the Oppo and on the Samsung, guys, it's hybrid. And let me know what you think down below in the comments, guys, where the footage is clearly better. And I'm just going to turn myself around so that you can explore a bit more of the details. Take a look at the person, guys. And now I'm going to go running towards this tree and just see what's going to happen, guys. Okay. And now, guys, 10x on all of the phones, guys. I'm gonna try to turn very slowly around so that you are able to read the details. Okay, and try to understand which phone is producing the better footage. Okay, so 10x shooting on all phones, guys. You can pause the video or go back and let me know what you think down below. Okay, 10x. I am trying to show you one and the same footage, guys, from all phones, so that you are able to estimate which 10x video is clearly better. Now, having in mind that the S23 Ultra has 10x optical zoom, which probably is going to mean that the S23 Ultra is going to be a killer in this mode, and the Xiaomi 13 Ultra, guys, has 5x, again now 10x is hybrid, and the same goes on the Oppo. Okay, but nevertheless, guys, let me know what you think down below. And now I am going to jump to the ultra wide. The Oppo Find X6 Pro and the Galaxy S23 Ultra have a 0.6x ultra wide, and the Xiaomi has a 0.5. So that's going to be probably the first difference you notice. Also, let me know which footage is better. Everything here is 4K 60 FPS. So appreciate your feedback, guys. You can pause the video and just take a look at the details, how well the sky is exposed. You can check also the highlights, you can check also the shadows. I think we have some good weather with us to also be able to estimate if HDR is working fine. Now from what I see on the viewfinder, guys, HDR is only a problem on the front cameras for the Oppo and Xiaomi, sometimes a bit on the back. Samsung is handling this very well at the moment, but I expect also to get, guys, comments from you. Let me know which footage do you think is better overall. I'm going to share a bit more of the ultrawide, and I'm going to now even initiate a run towards this blue object there, so we can also test the stabilization, guys. Okay, and now a very interesting test, guys. I am shooting 4K on the main wide camera, but it is on 30 FPS, and the reason for this is to try to do a lens change while filming, because we all know that's possible on these phones, but sadly not when shooting 4K 60 FPS, guys. So appreciate this is the 4K 30 FPS footage on all of those phones, so if you think it's choppy and there is jitter, okay, you know why. And now, guys, I'm gonna zoom on those, guys. I'm gonna start first with the Oppo. I'm gonna do the maximum magnification here, which is going to something like 18. Okay, so 18 of those guys here. I'm gonna do the same on the Samsung. So the Samsung, guys, can do a whooping 20. So let me show you the 20 from the Samsung, which looks impressive. One more time, the one from the Oppo. And I'm gonna now do the same on the Xiaomi 13 Ultra. It can only go to 15. So this is 4K 30 FPS, 15 zoom on the main camera on the Xiaomi 13 Ultra, 20 zoom on the Galaxy. So Galaxy, incredible. S23 Ultra doing 20 magnification, and the Oppo at 20, guys. Yes, I'm not really sure. I think the Oppo already lost, and between the Xiaomi here and the S23 Ultra, probably the S23 Ultra will win because it can just magnify more. I'm trying one more time on the Xiaomi, but no, 15x is the maximum that we can do. Let's focus also on the crane, guys. The image from the S23 Ultra on 20x is just stunning. Now I'm showing you the one from the Oppo, which is, I would say, less stunning, and the one on the 13 Ultra is actually quite good, but it's not so much magnified as we can see on the S23 Ultra. Now I'm going to try to do the same scenario, guys, starting from the ultra wide on all three phones and gradually showing you the zoom. So the idea is that all the phones will cycle through the lens. So I'm first doing this with the Oppo. Okay, so see what the Oppo is doing up to 18. Okay, memorize what you see here. Now I'm gonna start doing this on the Galaxy Ultra. So we're gonna go slowly through 1x and then cycle through the optical modes until here we reach again the stunning 20 zoom, which is really incredible on the Galaxy. And one more time, guys, I'm gonna do this one more time on the Oppo as well. So until we reach 15x, guys. So we have 18x on the Oppo Find X6 Pro, we have 20x, guys, on the Galaxy S23 Ultra, and we have here 15x on the Xiaomi 13 Ultra. I'm just going to try to show you the same elements, although it's very hard with these three phones, but I do believe that still you are able to estimate what goes on behind the scenes. Now it's time to show some of the photos, guys, and have in mind I'm gonna show some border case scenarios because those phones are so good. I'm really looking for the difference. Some portrait shots from all three phones, guys. This is a shot from the ultra wide. Pay attention to color exposure, highlights and shadow. I think all phones are doing a great job here. I'm going to continue with some more portrait shots, and you can already see the Xiaomi 13 Ultra softens a bit the images of the face and the tones of the skin whatsoever. Now, take a look here, guys. HDR, this is all what we're looking for. I would say that the Xiaomi 13 Ultra has a yellowish tint. I'm going to zoom on this so that you're able to estimate how the zoom levels of those phones are doing. And now keep looking, guys. It's gonna get even more interesting with the next few samples, because I'm even zooming more to try to understand which of these phones has the better zoom photo. So imagine we go up to 20x and using, of course, some hybrid zoom. Now back to some portraits, guys. Again, I would say all three phones are doing an outstanding job, so I cannot really say what is better here. And next photo is going to be interesting, guys. Set the scene. Look at the grass on the Oppo and the S23 Ultra and on the Xiaomi 13 Ultra. I'm going to zoom on that right now. going up to 30x, guys, just to see which phone is really taking the edge, right? So I have a feeling that the S23 Ultra here is unbeaten. This is the 30x image, but the others are not so bad at all. But specifically in this case here with the clock, when I zoom it up, now this guy is 10x, and when I zoom it up to 30x, some of the Chinese phones are already losing details. This S23 Ultra seems to be stellar. Now this is an interesting photo, pay attention, we have the sun on both of them, guys. I would say I'm happy with the result. Again, there is this slight tint depending on which phone you look at, but all these pictures are very nice, suiting really to what I see. Macro photos, I guess on the Oppo you can get really very closer, guys. And now some night photos. Now what is very important to say is that the S23 Ultra really takes more time. This here is the 3x, but after processing, yeah, the picture is not bad at all. I really hope, guys, that you have enjoyed this video. I'm just again trying to focus on the borderline scenarios because they are really very close, and one phone will have the edge in a scenario, another phone will have the edge in a different scenario, but altogether you'll probably not go wrong. The S23 Ultra is still the best all around with videos and photos, but if you want to get the edge of using 1-inch sensor, guys, then you might as well go with the 13 Ultra, which I believe has the edge over the Oppo just because the video is slightly better. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please stay safe. VST over
and bye.
And bye.